Dr. Stephen Holt, author of a number of books, one of them recently, the HCG Diet. Let's talk about that a little bit. Can you explain that? We've talked about calorie restriction, and that plays a part in this diet as well. Can you explain that?
Yes, certainly, and I'm pleased to. I would say the HCG diet, using human chorionic gonadotrophin, which is really a pregnancy hormone, combined with a very low-calorie diet of approximately 500 calories a day, which is semi-starvation to most people, results in very aggressive accelerated weight loss. But it's a diet that's still in search of an evidence base. This diet was originally described by Simeons in a pivotal paper published in The Lancet in 1954. But what Simeons said was, here's a very low-calorie diet, and he was using HCG injections in very modest doses or dosages to induce accelerated weight loss. But his concept was not that the HCG was a magic bullet. What he proposed was that this diet produced a better outcome in weight loss with retention of muscle mass, other advantages that he described with the diet, such as targeted loss of weight from places where you wanted to lose weight versus circumstances where you could be on a diet that you change your physical characteristics in a way you don't want. So he talked about focused loss of love handle, weight distribution, and he also conceptualized at that time in the 50s, I think in a very clever manner. But the criticism came out of the following. There were a number of fat clinics developed in the 50s and 60s where this was so popular, but done in an unsupervised, unstandardized manner, rather like what happened to Atkins' diet, which made it fall into disrepute. And people argued, look, if you're taking 500 calories a day, what's this HCG doing? Now, what's happened now is there is a renaissance interest. Literally, if you look at the Anti-Aging Society group, there are tens and tens of thousands of patients receiving this diet as I sit here and discuss it. In fact, if you look at popular magazines, there's one downstairs, New You and other magazines like that, are really giving strong consumer information on this diet. So what I did here was take Simeon's work, show why HCG could make sense in modern science, show that we need to do further research here, but also support Simeon somewhat because his diet was, in my mind, inappropriately dismissed without sufficient research to see if this better outcome actually occurred. So I think there was an injustice in the study of his diet. Sure, comparisons wouldn't have surprised Simeons himself that you lose weight on a low-calorie diet, but he was saying the outcome was completely better, including even an ability to maintain compliance with the diet. And these are 3 or 6 week periods of dietary intervention, not prolonged diets. And so it's a very fascinating area, but literally, as I speak, it's been the, the focus of tremendous media coverage. And if you go onto the internet, it's one of the #1 hot button searches at the moment where people are getting, I think, misinformation and confusing information on this diet. But the FDA has not approved the use of HCG for this diet. In fact, it's off-label drug use, which is allowable by clinicians and certainly licensed medical practitioners. But of course, it's become predictably controversial.